Gaming Bolt presents 15 most shocking revenge moments in video games. Revenge. Many movies, books, and TV shows will expose how wrong revenge can be. Well, except the show Revenge, which seems to be more concerned with teen romance than anything else. But sometimes it can be incredibly liberating, and the more brutal, the better. Let's take a look at 15 most shocking revenge moments in video games. Watch Dogs: Stopping Paces. Watch Dogs protagonist Aiden Pierce isn't the most likable dude. He spies on people, causes accidents, brutalizes everything else. It's hard not to feel for him as he searches for his niece's killer. Through various twists and turns, Aiden learns that Dermot Quinn, a notorious trafficker, is the one who ordered the hit on him that accidentally killed his niece. So, how does he get revenge? By hacking and shutting off Quinn's pacemaker, leaving him to die painfully.
All of this. Lena's death. Because you didn't want to lose a puppet.
Do you think you've won? See, when I die, they'll build a statue. And you? The city didn't stop for your grieving family. Because you don't matter.
I know I have proof.
Haven't you heard? I'm the vigilante. I clean up mess like you.
Max Payne. Nicole gets it cold. The saga of Max Payne's self-loathing can be tracked back when his wife, Michelle, and child were killed by drugged-up thugs. Because Michelle found some incriminating evidence on Nicole Horn, the CEO of Acer Corporation and the main Valkyr producer, Horn sent thugs to clean things up. In the end, Max catches up to an escaping Horn, destroying several rooftop cables and crushing Horn's helicopter before she can get away.
They were all dead. The final gunshot was an exclamation mark to everything that had led to this point. I released my finger from the trigger.
The Darkness. Jackie, the Darkness, and PAULIE. Blame it on his recklessness or a need to show power. Jackie is somewhat responsible for his girlfriend Ginny's death at the hands of mob boss PAULIE Franchetti. What's worse is that the Darkness actually restrains him through the entire ordeal. From there, Jackie wreaks havoc on the mob, killing enforcer Eddie Schroet before finally ending PAULIE. Jackie's destruction comes at a price. See, he gave himself over to the Darkness entirely to use its powers for revenge. This would allow the Darkness to consume him entirely, thus bringing Jackie's tragic saga to a close. Well, that is until the sequel.
Listen, Jackie, I've been thinking. I know this worked out bad for both of us, but there's no need to be rash here. Why don't you fucking listen to me, you piece of shit?
When he dies, I own you. Take his life so that I can take yours.
Estacado, you fucking piece of shit. I hope you rot in hell forever.
Now you are mine.
Kratos brutalizes Zeus. At some point in the series, we expect Kratos to just sit down and mutter, shit, at everything he's been through. From losing his wife and child, to Ares' manipulations, to Zeus' betrayal, Kratos led an onslaught on Mount Olympus, seeking Zeus' death. After stabbing him with the Blade of Olympus and engaging in a nifty first-person battle, Kratos proceeds to beat Zeus, and beat him and beat him and beat him until the screen goes bloody, after which you continue beating him. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, Skullface. Skullface's death is a long time coming, especially considering how he tortured Paz, destroying Mother Base, and tried to have the boss killed in a hospital. It's only fitting that Metal Gear Sahelanthropus is his downfall, with the third child heavily wounding and trapping him. At that point, the player can spare his life, but Huey will suddenly execute Skullface, thus finishing the job.
Do it yourself.
Mission complete, boss.
Red Dead Redemption, Jack's Revenge. For Jack Marston, revenge in Red Dead Redemption is sweet. Agent Edgar Ross pushes John Marston to do his dirty work, and when Marston complies to keep his family safe, Ross ambushes him later, leading to his heroic last stand. John, son Jack, seeks the former out several years later in a duel. It's simple and straightforward, but the result, Ross's corpse floating away, bleeding out in the river, is no less significant.
Shot him like a dog. And I'll shoot you like one too, you little piece of trash. Now get out of here before I kill you as well!
I ain't going nowhere, old man.
Grand Theft Auto 5, Payback Against All. Throughout Grand Theft Auto 5, Michael, Trevor, and Franklin are manipulated by the FIB in a war of egos against the IAA. Throw in Merryweather, the Triad, gangsters, and a billionaire venture capitalist, you've got quite the range of targets. Against all odds, the trio work together in the end to slaughter all of their foes and end their partnership in peace.
I'll be here. Franklin.
Hey, what's up?
I assume you got him?
Ooh, safe and sound. Ain't that right, buddy?
Hey, my bad, homie. I picked C. Ain't that a bitch?
You know, Devin, the way I see it, and hey, I'm no intelligent businessman like you, but the way I see it, there's two great evils that bedevil American capitalism of the type that you practice. Number one is outsourcing. You paid a private company to do your dirty work for you, and then you underpaid that company because you thought you were big enough and bad enough that you didn't have to play by the rules. Oh, number two, offshoring your profits.
Offshore?
Oh, it's horrible. You wouldn't want to be sent offshore just to save a little money, would you, T?
No,
I
Franklin?
wouldn't.
Oh, no, I ain't
Would you
going
want?
nowhere.
No, see, but we know your opinions on the matter, Devin. Keep your problems the fuck out of America, huh?
In this instance, when he puts it like that, it makes sense.
Of course it does. Hey, Devin. Goodbye, my old friend. Thanks for all the advice.
Bye-bye.
Dishonored. Kill, kill, kill. If you've played Dishonored, you know there are some incredibly violent ways to punish your enemies. Your first task is to annihilate those who killed Empress Jessamine, with some help from the Loyalists led by Admiral Havelock. Once Havelock is revealed to be the primary betrayer, Corvo confronts him at a lighthouse, murdering dozens of his men before finally tossing him over the side and saving Emily. Like Kratos, Ezio has had quite the saga of revenge. His father and brothers were hanged for treason, and though he left the culprit Rodrigo Borgia alive, the latter's son Caesar would kill Ezio's uncle Mario in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. After Caesar ensures his own father's demise, it's Ezio who eventually kills him, letting gravity do much of the work after tossing Caesar off of a high wall.
No man can murder me!
Then I leave you in the hands of fate.
Mafia 3, Lincoln and the Mob. You'd think Lincoln Clay's life got easier after coming home from Vietnam in Mafia 3. But once his surrogate father and adoptive brother are killed, with Lincoln left in physical shambles by Don Salmarcano, he starts dabbling in recipes for revenge, the kind that you serve cold. Seriously though, Lincoln's rampage is crazy. He scuttles several operations, kills several members of the Marcano family, and upon confronting Sal, can choose to stab him straight out of a window. Ninja Gaiden, RYU'S Rampage. When you see your village on fire and you're a badass ninja like Ryu Hayabusa, you'd seek out your perpetrator ASAP. Ryu embarks on a quest, battling all manner of fiends and foes, but eventually realizes that the true culprit is the clan's leader, Murai. It was all a ruse to have Ryu garner souls for the Dark Dragon Blade. Ryu isn't affected one bit though, and he exacts revenge on Murai in a climactic battle. Starcraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, Sarah Smash. Do not mess with the Queen of Blades. After being told that Jim Raynor was executed in the Heart of the Swarm by Terran Dominion Emperor, Kerrigan takes to unifying the Zerg swarm under her command once again. She eventually launches a full frontal assault on the Dominion homeworld of Korhal. Though she has some help, including from the still alive Raynor, Kerrigan succeeds in murdering Minx and proves once again that you do not mess with the Queen of Blades.
You can never suffer enough for all the lives you ruined, Arcturus.
I made you into a monster, Kerrigan.
You made us all into monsters.
Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, Talion's Retribution. Meet Talion, a loving ranger who decided to raise his family in lava-rich Mordor. Now, granted, this was before the Dark Lord Sauron would resurrect and wreak bloody havoc. Unfortunately, Talion still had to deal with the Black Hand. The Black Hand brutally sacrifices his son and wife to summon Celebrimbor, the great elven smith who forged the Rings of Power. This leads to an epic confrontation between Talion and the Black Hand, who, despite interference from the great Sauron himself, still falls.
Strike now, Talion! I cannot hold it for much longer!
Mortal Kombat X, Scorpion vs. QUAN-CHI. You may not know Hanzo Hisashi all that well, but he's been Mortal Kombat's beloved Scorpion for as long as we can remember. Driven by vengeance over the destruction of his village, it's eventually revealed that the sorcerer QUAN-CHI orchestrated all of this and manipulated Scorpion into fighting for the Netherrealm. Vengeance is had in Mortal Kombat X, and it isn't pretty. After beating QUAN-CHI, Scorpion hooks him through the chest and cuts off his head. Guess he'll never get ahead in life now.
Amulet. Get over here!
Blood for blood. Your debt is paid.
Borderlands 2, Kill Jack. Handsome Jack has done his fair share of crimes in Borderlands 2. Forget imprisoning and using his daughter for his own gains, killing scores of people and manipulating you to attack Sanctuary. Jack killed Bloodwing and then Roland. It's a given that revenge will be sweet and the player can heap tons of damage on Jack in the final battle, leaving him a bloody mess before fighting the warrior and finally disposing of Jack for good. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at Gaming Vault, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.